everybody, my name's Dave. Thanks for joining me, and I want to apologise. I haven't produced any content this weekend, but it has been it's been a long weekend, but it's been a strange weekend too. As you know, my son Rob has bought a house. I spent a fair bit of time at Rob's house yesterday. Today I had O'Brien's around because the leak in my windscreen wasn't stopping. I put a claim in through my insurance, and they came to do a reseal of my windscreen today. Unfortunately, when he was removing it, it cracked. So they had to put a new one in. And he said it was been a replacement windscreen, but it's probably been more than 10 years old. He says, we haven't used that sealant for a long time. He said, I can see why it leaked as well. And what they used to do, they would put the sealant on, and then they'd put the windscreen onto the car, and the sealant would flatten around all the way around the windscreen, and then it would seal. Unfortunately for me, most of the windscreen around the edge had flattened out and it sealed, but the bit that was leaking, it hadn't pressed down and it hadn't flattened the sealant. The sealant was still as it was when it was put on. And it was rusty where the water had been seeping through for over the years and getting onto the metal and rust, causing it to rust. He ground all of it back. It was only surface rust. He ground it back. He treated it, and then we've got a new windscreen in. So that's good. But that took most of this morning, and he told me off for running the cable down the side of the windscreen for the LED light at the top. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do then? And he said, well, run it along the roof rack and around the back into the back door and in through the car. And I thought, well, he's probably right. That's a good idea. I should do that. So that's what I've done. I spent the rest of the afternoon doing that. Anyway, I didn't video it, but it all works. It works well. It's really good. So that's why I've not produced any content. I will produce some content this coming weekend. It don't matter what it is. It might just be a recovery procedure. I've also started my new job, which is not going that well, but it's okay. It's a job, you know. And I'm quite tired after my first week. I'll probably be doing a video on recovery techniques and safety and recovery. It's quite late now. It's 10:30. I'm thinking about going to bed. Well, it's later than 10:30 actually. It's probably 11:30. The clock's a bit slow. I'm just having a coffee and I'm thinking of going to bed. I'll produce a video at some point this week. We'll have it up for the weekend and we'll be back on track. And I apologise again for not producing anything this week, but like I say, I have been a bit busy. What else? What else is new? As I say, Rob is moving out. He's taking his tools with him, so I've had to buy myself a toolbox, you know, like with drawers and what have you. So I did that. I bought myself a toolbox. Thought I'd get some sponge to line one of the drawers so I can sink the tools into it. Went to Bunnings. Bunnings, as usual, had 500 sheets of bloody nothing and nothing of anything you want. That's Bunnings' new motto. A store full of stuff and nothing you actually want. Anyway, I went to Clark Rubber. They had the perfect stuff. Medium density, quite firm foam. A sheet of it about 1.5 meters long, 800 wide maybe. Corner cut out, but that was fine. And I said, oh, I'll have that. And they said, you might not when you hear the price. And I went, well, it's just a sheet of foam. How can it be expensive? And he went, it's $200. And I said, what do you mean it's $200? And he said, that's what the price is, $200 for that piece of foam. I said, I tell you what, mate, you keep it and I'll go and buy some online. I said, because I can get it online for $10. And he knew full well I could. And as it happened, I went into Coles that afternoon And they've got yoga mats, 1.5 meters long, 1.6 meters long, 600 wide, 1 centimeter thick, soft foam rubber, $6 each. So I bought 2, cut them up, put them in the drawers, working a treat. So that's my news. Don't go to Clark Rubber. I mean, I think $200 for a sheet of foam. Anyway, I'll see you at the weekend.